Hi everyone, my name's Josh, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about how to pick the right HVLP unit. As a follow-up from our last video, which was how to select the right airless sprayer for you, in this video I'm going to talk you through how to select the right HVLP or XVLP unit. So I'm going to talk you through the different machines and what kind of jobs you'd use them for, and that will hopefully help select the right one for you. Even if this isn't your first unit, the video may still be helpful if you're looking at getting another unit for different types of work. In this video, I'll give you a run through some of the HVLP and XVLP units we have available, so that's machines like we have here. First of all, we've got Apollo, so that's aimed at the keen DIYer or entry-level professional. Then we have units from Q-Tech, Graco, and these three from Wagner. So these are all mid to high-end units, and to decide on the best one for us, we need to think about what type of work we do, what type of work we have demand for, and what type of work we want to get into. Okay, so first of all, what is HVLP? HVLP stands for high volume, low pressure, and when spraying anything we need to break up the paint, which is what we call atomizing, and there are loads of different ways we can do this. High volume, low pressure is referring to the airflow used to atomize our paint. Normally with conventional spray guns like gravity guns with a compressor, you're going to be spraying at quite high pressures, which is around 30 to 50 psi, so this gives us a great finish but can cause a lot of overspray. HVLP is similar to conventional spraying, but we're swapping the high pressure air for a high volume of air and at a lower pressure, so this will be at less than 10 psi. This dramatically reduces the overspray to such a point that you can spray in very sensitive areas with minimal masking, and this is a huge advantage over conventional spraying. XVLP is a concept developed by Wagner, which works on exactly the same principle but a little bit more extreme. So XVLP stands for extra volume low pressure, and XVLP works at an even lower pressure still but provides a higher volume of air. And yes, I know extra doesn't start with an X, but I guess EVLP didn't have the same ring to it. People who are new to spraying or thinking about getting into spraying always have the same initial fear of overspray, as it's something you don't have to deal with your brushes and rollers. If this is you, then start off with an HVLP unit for your fine finish or woodwork, and you'll see just how controllable it is. So what sort of work are we going to use our HVLP for? HVLP is aimed at fine finish work, normally found around the house, so that's stuff like stair spindles, skirting boards, doors, kitchens, furniture, cabinets, stuff like that. But we've also supplied HVLP units to some of our more industrial customers, so customers renovating porter cabins, stuff like that. And we've also supplied HVLP units to a customer who were renovating helicopters. HVLP is great for this kind of work because we don't need very much paint to get going. Most HVLP units have a 1 litre cup for your material, and they're also very efficient with it, so you're not going to be wasting much in overspray. You have a crazy amount of control with HVLP because on the higher end units you can control and adjust all the different variables to make up the perfect finish for your job and paint. So you can control the volume of air, the amount of paint you get out with trigger stops, the amount of paint you get out with needle nozzle sizes, the size of the fan pattern, and whether the pattern itself is vertical or horizontal or a spot. So you really can dial in the machine and get it set up just as you want it. If this sounds like the sort of work you're looking at doing, we now need to select the right unit for you. So first of all, we have to pick our power supply. So we have two options, 240 volt for domestic work and 110 volt for site and domestic work. But be careful because not all HVLP units are available in both 110 and 240. So keep an eye out for that if you're looking at doing site work. So which one should you go for? Now this is entirely dependent on the type of work you want to be doing, the frequency you want to be doing that job, and the speed that you want to do that job. In really simplistic terms, HVLP units are basically a vacuum cleaner in reverse, and they kind of sound a bit like one too. So they produce the air by using an electric motor to spin a turbine. This turbine is then made up of stages of compressor wheels. For example, this Graco Finish Pro 9.5 has a 5-stage turbine. So as the air gets pulled in, the first compressor stage compresses the air, then the second stage takes that air and compresses it further, and this process repeats through however many stages your turbine has. So within reason, the more stages you have, the more air volume and pressure you have. Having more pressure and volume allows you to spray thicker materials or allows you to thin your material less. Also, if you took the same product and sprayed it through both a 3-stage and a 5-stage turbine, you'd have the capability to spray it faster with a 5-stage. Now we understand how to choose an HVLP unit based on the technical specs, we now need to choose one that's right for us with the features it has. So the Apollo units, which is like this one on the end here, very popular with first-time sprayers, and they're a relatively cheap way of giving it a try, but don't come with a lot in the way of extra features. But to be fair, the price does reflect that. The ProSpray 1500, which is this unit on the end here, is a great unit and comes with the AMB 300 gun, which is a really nice and easy to use gun, and it gives you plenty of control. Next up, we've got the Wagner XVLP units, which are these two here. Personally think they're really great units, really nicely designed, really easy to use, and really like the 3500, which I have made a video on, which will be on a link at the end of this video. They also have a lot of great features which really allow you to dial in the finish you want, and also have a quick release front end, which makes cleaning out really quick and easy, which is a massive plus for me when choosing a unit to spray with. The XVLPs are a bit different because they don't work on the same turbine stage system, as they just have one large turbine which produces a higher volume of air at a slightly lower pressure. Next up we have the Q-Tech units. So we've got the Q3 and the Q5. I've got the Q5 here with the suction fed gun, and as the name suggests, the Q3 has a 3-stage turbine and the Q5 has a 5-stage turbine. They're really nicely packaged units, nice and small, nice and compact, and they come with a really nice and easy to use gun which is available in both gravity and suction fed. When buying a new unit you can choose between either 110 or 240 volt, so they're ideal for both domestic and site work. On to what I'd say is currently the market's leading HVLP, which is the Graco Finish Pro range. So this is made up from the 7, the 9, the 9.5 and the 9.5 Pro Comp. So I've got the 9.5 Pro Contractor here. They're all available in 110 and 240 volt, apart from the 9.5 Pro Comp, which is only available in 240. The Graco unit comes with loads of great features, one of which is the collapsible cup liners, which allows you to spray upside down or side to side, and also helps with quick and easy cleaning. And some of the higher up models come with the Smart Start feature, which is really great because it turns the unit on when you start pulling the trigger and turns the unit off when you release the trigger, so it just stops any unnecessary noise. Lastly, we have the Wagner Fine Coat 9900, which is a real high-end unit for professional use. It's available in 110 or 240 volt and uses a 5-stage turbine which produces 10.2 psi at the turbine. The gun is also really nice and comfortable to use. We've got lots of control on the gun and a large choice of needle nozzle sizes for different applications. I have made individual videos on most of the HVLP units we've spoken about, so if there was one you're particularly interested in, there'll be a link to those videos at the end of this one. Specifying the right HVLP unit for you isn't the easiest of jobs and can be confusing, so if you're still unsure, you can always give our customer support team a call on the number shown on the screen here, and they'll gladly talk you through the options. Well, I hope this video has been useful, and I'll put links in the description below to all of the units we've spoken about, so if you wanted to find out a bit more, you can check them out there. If you've liked the video and found it helpful, then please hit the thumbs up icon, and if you wanted to find out more and get access to exclusive offers, then please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you get a little notification when we upload a new video. That way you aren't going to miss out on any exclusive offers or content. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.